Hello there, friends and followers, and welcome to this live stream. This is Q8Pilot, and today we are in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I want to welcome all of you guys who've joined us here at the stream. And we've got Dougal. Hello, Dougal. Hello, my friend. Southwest Films, Sean, Dylan. AvGeek seems to he seems to be involved in some game or something. But welcome, my friend, Fly Guy, Captain Rico, and hello there, my friends, and welcome, Stan. Hello there, Gibby, and Captain Geo. Hello there, my friends, and welcome. We've got Paul with us today as well. Welcome, everyone, to this live stream. I'm very excited today to be doing this flight. I believe this is the first time I fly in the Middle East region in Microsoft Flight Simulator, at least as a live stream. So we're going to be flying today, ladies and gentlemen, from Beirut to Antalya in Turkey. We are looking at the beautiful capital city of Lebanon tonight, and the rendition of Lebanon in Microsoft Flight Simulator is about 70–80% or so. But let's go ahead and just kind of walk through here and look at the beautiful city. I think it's very resemblant of what you'd see in Beirut, and this is the airport. This is the Rafiq Al Hariri International Airport in the capital city of Lebanon. Today we are going to be cruising at 36,000 feet. And our approximate flight time is 1 hour and 10 minutes. This is the airport, and it looks pretty much like the real airport in real life. Of course, not the buildings, but the layout looks pretty accurate, I think. And this is our aircraft today, folks. This is the Airbus. What did I do here? There we go. This is the SimWings Support livery. This is the Airbus A320 mod. FlyByWire has done a phenomenal job really bringing this aircraft to a study level. Really stands here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I'm quite excited today to fly this version of the aircraft. Again, this is the latest custom FBW version of the aircraft. You can always use the installer to get the latest updates. So they've recently introduced an installer for the aircraft. So what we're going to do today is we're going to set up the aircraft. We're going to take off, cruise to 36,000 feet. A little bit on our plan today. Yeah, so let's bring up Sim Toolkit Pro. So this is our route today. We are going to be departing Beirut, runway 03 through the Caddy 1 Echo departure to the CAD transition, and then through the Uniform Bravo 15 airway to Balma, then Lima 620 to Visar, Uniform November 135 to Adasso, and then the Adasso 1 Romeo star into Antalya, runway 18 center. As usual on all the Q8Pilot streams, in order for you to find out the airport, the departure and arrival airports and the scenery that we're using, you can type !ARR for arrival, !DEP for departure, and you will be getting the departure and destination airports with the links, if available, to the scenery files. I am using the Jetway helper today. This is version 2.4, a very useful tool that allows you to connect the tug, jetway, fuel, doors, and so on and so forth. But the most important thing, it gives a better pushback functionality as opposed to what's available in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Also today we are using, let me see if I can bring it up. There we go. So today I'm going to be using something called FS Playground. It's a nice tool that allows you to replay certain scenes, your landings, takeoff, and whatever, So we're going to be putting this tool to the test as well. I got it just yesterday. I haven't really had time to fiddle around with it, but I thought, you know, why not let's use it on the stream here today and maybe record our landing into Antalya. All right, enough blabbing. Let's get started. So here's the cockpit, and let me tell you, it's starting to look really good, and the aircraft actually flies pretty good as well. So the first thing first, we are going to turn on the iPad here, and we are going to connect the SimBrief plan. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to go to company. Now, for some reason, it does funny things so this is, I think, due to the mappings. So, but that's okay. We just need to put my SimBrief username here, which is Q8Pilot. And I need to turn back off these lights. And for some reason, it's just that those keyboard buttons are mapped to the lights. So we're just going to make sure that everything is turned off before we power up the aircraft. Now, if we head over to the dashboard, we are able to get the flight plan from SimBrief. As you can see, we are departing Oscar Lima Bravo Alpha to Lima Tango Alpha India. So we can also link it to the MCDU. We're going to worry about that in just a moment. All right, let's go ahead and start up the aircraft, bring up some power. So battery 1 is on, battery 2 is on, and external power. Cruise supply is turned on, and we're going to set the ADIRS to nav mode. Right, there we go, and we're going to, again, work our way from bottom to top, left to right, as we normally do in an Airbus. Emergency lights are armed. Let's go ahead and put some fuel. And it looks like we are going to need, ladies and gentlemen, for this flight, 13,900 pounds of fuel. So we're going to switch this to pound. 13,900.
SWS 1123 read back correct. Contact ground on 121.9.
That's close enough. All right, we're going to turn on our fuel pumps. And everything looks good here in terms of the overhead panel. Let's brighten up our displays. And the MCDU or the MCDU. Perfect. ECAM. Lower ECAM. And we'll set the ND brightness and PFDs on the other side of the aircraft. All right, so everything's looking good, and the altimeter is currently 1020. All right, I didn't hear anything from ATC because the COM volume is turned down, so 11,000 feet. All right, we're going to set that to 11,000. All right, let's go ahead and set up the flight plan here. Now, what we can do is we can just come over here and link the MCDU, and now we should have all the information within the FMC. If we go to initialization, as you can see, we have the from to airports in there already, and the cost index is 5. Cruise altitude for our flight today is 36,000 feet. And if we go to iris alignment is already done because I've set this in the options to instant alignment. All right, let's go to the next one here, and 0 fuel and 13,800, so 13.8. And that is set. We're just going to make sure that we have sufficient fuel for our flight, which we do. And now we can go to performance, and we have a V1 of 123, V rotate of 124, and V2 of 128. All right, If we take a quick look at the transition altitude here in Lebanon, it's 13,000 feet. Let's make sure this is always on top. 13,000 is set. Flaps 1 today for departure. Flex temperature 57. My favorite number for flex. And all is good now. All right, so if we take a look at our flight plan, everything looks good. If we look here and switch this to plan and just cycle through just to make sure that everything is good and dandy. That is our approach into Antalya. It's a mountainous area in Antalya, so we need to be careful with any restrictions as we approach our destination. Other than that, it should be a nice ride. We're going to turn the flight directors on, and everything is ready to go now. All right, let's start the APU. APU master, and start. Welcome to all of those of you who just joined us. We've got Mike. Hello there, Mike, and welcome. Alrighty. So, by the way, just as the APU becomes available, we are today flying the SimWings Support livery in recognition of SimWings' contributions to the flight sim community. They're a great bunch of folks, really, and I really have the pleasure of being part of the team at SimWings. What do they do? You might one might ask. SimWings is a community of flight simmers helping other flight simmers who are less fortunate around the world. So basically, what they do is they collect donations from the community, and they buy PCs for flight simulation for those who are not as fortunate as we are, who can afford the hobby. So what a noble cause, what a nice thing to do for the flight sim community. And it's a non-profit organization, so there is nothing going into their pockets. They just really collect donations, buy PCs, and give it to those who are less fortunate in the community and who aspire to be pilots. And I really hope that they are able to inspire many to become real-world pilots. All right, so it looks like the APU is available. So let's go ahead and turn on the APU bleed. One thing I want to do is I want to turn the volume on the comm radio. Let's see here. I can barely hear the control tower. Looks like it already got the yeah. So the tug is there. Let's go ahead and release the parking brake. And let's see if we can reverse. Yeah. So we can reverse, and we're going to go to the left. There we go. And we can also start our engines. Ah, that's the rudder trim. My bad. Looking the wrong places. All right, so there we go. Start engine 2. And it's going to be a long taxi, by the way, to runway 03. Just look at Beirut. Just really beautiful city.
Beirut ground SWS.
All right, let's go ahead and stop. I honestly can't hear I'm not sure why.
1123 request to end. Pushback received.
See if I can somehow. Looks like this is the max, but I'm unable to hear ATC properly. All right, we have a good start on the engine number 2. Let's go ahead and start engine number 1.
Beirut ground SWS 112 tree with mic ready to taxi IFR.
SWS 112 tree taxi to and hold short of runway tree using taxiway Delta.
Thanks for that.
Alpha,
Rudder trim
runway
is set
tree
to
5
0.
Alpha, cross runway tree 4 Alpha. Contact tower on 118.9 when ready.
I'm not sure why we can't
Taxi
hear.
to and hold short runway tree
Yeah, so
using
this is
taxiway Delta Alpha cross runway tree 5 Alpha cross runway tree 4 Alpha SWS 112 tree.
I can't hear the ATC clearly, so we might need to just open this window. All right, taxi and hold short runway 3 using taxiway Delta Alpha, cross runway 35A, cross runway 34A. Wow, all right. Now let me show you a cool feature in the in SimToolkit Pro. You can always we have a new subscriber, Cesar. Welcome, and thanks for your support to the channel. And we also have Eric, who just subscribed to the channel. Welcome, my friend. Welcome aboard. So there is a feature in SimToolkit Pro where you can click here on taxi, and it will show you your position and where you are relative to the runway. So this is taxiway Alpha, and it looks like we're going to take Alpha all the way and just come over here. I think that's it makes a whole lot more sense than Alpha Delta and crossing. Yeah, we're going to cross the runway here and here. So this is the 2 points where we're going to have to cross the runway. We are currently right over here, and we're ready to go. We're faced towards the parking, the taxiway here that leads to runway 03. Okay, so engines are good. Engine mode selector to normal. We can turn off the APU bleed and APU master. We are going to turn on runway turn off lights, taxi lights. Let's move this out of our way, and we make sure the passenger seatbelt signs are turned on, and nav lights turned on. Wing lights are turned on. Beacon. we should have had this on before pushback, but that's all right. And now everything is looking good. Let me just add a little more lighting here so we can see. Perfect. Alrighty, we are good to go, ladies and gentlemen, and let's just make sure there are no additional instructions here from ATC. All right, everything's looking good. All right, let's do the flight control check. Full up, full down, full left, full right, and neutral. Pedal, full left, full right, and neutral. All flight controls are okay. We're going to set flaps 1 for departure, and we're going to arm the speed brake and auto brake to max. All right, and we are going to notify cabin crew, and takeoff configuration is checked. All right, everything is set. Parking brake is released. And let's give it some power and head over to the runway. All right, here we go. I love the new livery of SimWings. Really cool livery. I'm kind of all over the place, aren't I? All right, here we go. We're a bit too fast, I think. All right, we better taxi on the center line here. So yeah, I think I haven't done enough Microsoft Flight Simulator content, and so I decided that you know, to take a look more at the tools and do more tutorials and do more live streams using Microsoft Flight Simulator. Fly Guy, hello there, my friend. Libyan Pilot, hello there, and welcome. Yeah, it's quite a way to runway. Oh, that's my phone doing its thing. All right, let's put that on silent. I hope I don't get any calls from work. But I'm sure they'll understand that I'll be streaming tonight. It was a long, it was a really long, long day at work. So I started my day at 7 a.m. and I got off work at 7 p.m. So it was a really, really long day, very tiring day at work. Looks like there is an aircraft taxiing there too. No, my bad. Yeah, I'm starting to see things now. It's been a long day. 12 hours. Paul, hello there, my friend, and welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Captain Al-Zabi, hello there, my friend, and welcome. All right, at this point, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to turn on the landing lights. Nose light to takeoff. Strobe lights are on auto, and we are good to go. Now we're gonna go all the way to the very end so we can have the full runway length for takeoff. The Hurricane, hello there, my friend, and welcome. Leaf, hello there, my friend, and welcome. Glad to see you on the stream tonight. I know you've been... Captain Al-Zabi says face reveal. Oh, well, you can... if you guys are still interested in a face reveal, please head over to my Instagram account, Q8Captain74. There are a few pictures of myself posted there. And yeah, you'll be able to see my face. William, hello there, my friend, and welcome. All right, here we are at the hold short position for runway 03 at Beirut International Airport, ladies and gentlemen. Hello there, Scott. How are you doing, my friend? I am Shane, is it? That is the developer build, yes indeed. And yeah, they've niced up the textures for sure. All right, let's get clearance for departure. All right.
Beirut Tower SWS 112 ready to go runway 3 IFR to Antalya.
SWS 1123 cleared for takeoff runway 3.
Cleared for takeoff runway 3 SWS 1123.
All right, so we're ready to go. Yeah, I'm not sure why I can't really hear the ATC clearly, but we'll figure it out. All right, we're good to go, folks. Alrighty. Let's go to 50%. Stable. Mantoga SRS and runway. Thank you for your service, Beirut. And off we go to Antalya. V1, rotate. Woo! Positive rate of climb, gear is going up. Just look at Beirut and look at that departure. That looks phenomenal.
FWS 1123, contact Beirut Center on 119.3.
Going to 119.3 SWS 112.3. Beirut Center SWS 112.3 is at
Flaps are going up.
feet, climbing 11,000 feet.
TCAS on standby.
SWS 112
And
Beirut Center, continue as planned.
I hate it when it does that.
0.30
And we didn't start the clock, so we'll start the clock now. Thrust climb. And autopilot 1 is engaged. Just look at that view. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Woo! Look at that. Gotta love it. All right, we are climbing through to 11,000. I can't hear ATC, so we're gonna just momentarily keep checking every so often to make sure everything is okay. All right, 10,000 feet, and we're gonna turn off the landing lights, nose lights, runway takeoff lights, and wing lights. Bank angle seems within limits. Absolutely. Can't believe this is default. Ah, it is default. Ayad, hello there, my friend, and welcome. Why Autopilot 1, Autopilot 2, 1? So, Autopilot 1 and 2, if you're doing an Autoland, you would turn on Autopilot 2 when you're on final. Other than that, they work the same. All right, so we can now disarm the spoilers.
Is it possible to
And
say
everything
how far
else
off
looks
FlyByWire
perfect.
320 is from Thales A321?
Leaf, thank you so very much for your generosity and your continued support to the channel. Leaf just donated $10 to the channel. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I might have missed a few comments there. No offense, but your voice sounds younger. Well, yeah. Well, I still consider myself young. I don't consider myself, old. The new old is 80, so there you go. I am young at heart. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so we are going to increase the range here to 50 nautical miles. And we might have received new instructions. Please extend to 240. Okay. So that's the problem. I can't hear ATC for some reason. All right, let's go to 24,000. You know what, folks? I'm just going to leave this here so that we don't miss the ATC instructions. But if it bothers you, just let me know and I will remove it. We're probably going to reach Antalya at around dusk time, so it should be it should make for an interesting approach. Microsoft Flight Simulator, the sky colors, you know, all of that in eye candy is just phenomenal. We are approaching transition altitude 13,000 feet in Beirut, and we're set the barrel reference to standard. Let me bring up some lights here so we can see. That's much better, isn't it? Yeah. All right. So we're good now, and we can release the passengers and cabin crew. And again, folks, this is the modded fly-by-wire of the ASUS A320 Neo. Yeah. All right, so we continue our climb now to 24,000 for 36. Let's bring up the terrain display on this side and the weather on this side. All right, all is set now. We're looking good. Hey, watching from in between school classes. Well, you better focus on your classes there, my friend. And we've got I'm not sure I'm not sure how to say your name, so you'll have to forgive me, but I welcome you to the stream. Yeah, they did fix the grainy clouds in the last update, which is really good. The Hurricane is asking for my Instagram. Instagram is Q8 Captain 74. Is this Airbus A320? Yes, it is the ASUS default Airbus A320 modded by the FlyByWire project team. And I have an announcement to make, folks. SimWings are now accepting applications. So the applications are now open. You are able to apply for, you know, a flight simulation PC. So the door is open if, you know, if you are looking for a PC, and here's your chance to possibly win a PC that will be built, specially configured, set up, especially for flight simulation, and they will ship it over to your location, and you'll be able to join us and enjoy the flight sim hobby. And perhaps if you aspire to become a pilot, it will be a good training tool for you as well.
SWS1123 contact.
Nicola, hello there, my friend, and welcome to the stream. All right, so we have received further instructions now to what is it? What is it? One.
Nicosia Center SWS 112
We are at 240. What does the ATC want now?
SWS 1123 Nicosia Center. Continue as planned. SWS 1123.
All right, so we have been cleared for our cruise altitude now of 36,000 feet. And here we go, 36,000. And off we go to our final cruise altitude. One thing I like, guys, that I've come to know from an excellent YouTuber, SimHanger. I don't know if you guys know SimHanger, but he's been putting up some really useful, very informative tutorials. He's a very calm gentleman. I really like his style, very professional. And one of the things I learned watching his channel in Microsoft Flight Simulator is you can actually pop up these displays by hitting on right Alt and whichever display you want to pop up. So let's see, we want to pop this up. You can do this, and then you can resize the window like so. And you can do this for all the different displays here. So, for example, if we wanted to the flight plan, we can do that. And I think this is very useful. Now, it is non-interactive, so you can't really do anything with it. You just can pop them open and just look at them. So, very useful for takeoff, landings. If you want to look at your performance data and engine power and things like that. So to do this, you need right Alt and simply click on the display you want to pop out. Anyone know percent of airlines that have gone under since the pandemic? Oh, that's a good question. That qualifies as a trivia question. All right, so our flight into Antalya is well underway, and we are traveling over the sea now, but very soon we should be able to reach the mountainous area, which makes for some very interesting scenery. The weather is calm, by the way, at Antalya, and we can check this here. Let's go to the McDo. Let's see here. We're going to go to the airline operation, whatever. We're going to do a weather request at Antalya. And let's go ahead and send that. And the request is sent. And we just wait for the response. No messages yet. Really a lot of work gone into the McDo of this A320 Neo. Still no messages. Let's see if we got anything now. Ah, there we go. That's the METAR. All right, so that's what we can do now is make use of the right Alt and display this out. So this is the weather at Antalya, 030 degrees, 6 knots, clear skies, 12 degrees Celsius, 1018 for our altimeter. No significant change in the next couple of hours. So all's looking good. So yeah, we expect a nice and calm approach into Antalya, and we are now at 31,000 feet for 360. I have not tried the printer, no, but we can try it. Not sure it does anything. Oh, there we go. How cool is that? That is really cool. Thanks, Dougal. And we can put the paper here now, and we'll have the weather throughout the flight. Oh, that's really neat. I didn't know that it worked, actually. So thanks, Dougal, for that. Yeah, that's really cool. I'm sorry, was it from Johnny? Johnny is the one that asked for the printer, if I've tried the printer. Thank you, Johnny, really appreciate it. I didn't know that it actually worked. Yes, Ian, definitely this mod is making very solid progress. I know that the same team is working on an Airbus A380, which is really exciting. I'm personally very excited about it. Hi Q8 and stream, it's been a while, hope all is well. Greetings from Wales, UK. Hello there, my friend, and welcome. Yeah, I've been to Wales a couple of years back. Really enjoyed it with the family. We took a kind of a day out, and we drove from, where did we stay? In Cotswold. We were in the Cotswold area. So it was really a very pleasant time. We've enjoyed, and there's a lot to visit, a lot of places to visit in Wales. I don't like the A380, but if the FBY team doing it, then it will be excellent for sure. The A380 is a very majestic aircraft in my view. It is. I personally love to be a passenger on board the A380. It's a very comfortable, very quiet aircraft, and if you ever get the opportunity to fly business class on an A380, I tell you the experience is just unmatched. Very, very nice aircraft, very comfortable. Can you explain how to set the autopilot? Well, I mean, I don't know if you watched the stream from the beginning, but once you set up the MCDU, you're pretty much, just take off and push AP1. I mean, that's pretty much it. There is a tutorial, I think, on the Tolus A320. Which I've done some time back. You can search for it on the channel, which is a detailed tutorial on how to set up, the speeds, heading mode, nav mode, do an auto land, all that good stuff. So it is still available on the channel, and you can refer to it if you are interested in, a detailed tutorial on how to fly an Airbus. Alternatively, you can watch also V1 Simulations, who is a real-world Airbus pilot. Really, V1 Simulation is one channel that I faithfully watch along with Flight Deck to Sim. I do enjoy a lot also Captain Canada. I like watching his streams. It's quite fun. They're kind of long, but I pick and choose. But Flight Deck to Sim and V1 Simulations are my absolute favorite YouTubers out there, and of course they happen to be real-world pilots, so you get to learn a lot from them. All right, time for some external views, folks. I'm going to remove the ATC, and let's take a look. Sharing the love around the globe. That's the slogan for our fine folks at SimWings Support. And just as a reminder, friends and followers, SimWings Support applications are now open, so you are able to apply for the flight simulation PC. So if you are aspiring to become a flight simmer, or perhaps a real-world pilot at some point, and you know, you need that really powerful PC that's gonna allow you to enjoy this hobby, then head over to SimWings website, which is kindly put in the chat there by Dougal. Thank you, Dougal. Just click on the link and either donate if you are able to donate. If you are, you know, looking to get a PC, then you can apply. Over Cyprus, I believe that is Cyprus, yes. Just really nice wing views there. That's a nice window view. Beautiful. Just absolutely stunning. I love this wing view. And back in the cockpit, ladies and gentlemen, everything is fine and dandy. I'm just going to make sure the ATC window is open. And yeah, I think we're still good. We don't need to set up our... We don't need to set up any information as of yet for our arrival. Microsoft Flight Simulator looks absolutely stunning. Just the eye candy is just beautiful. Got some coffee there. You can remove it and put it back. Animash, hello there, my friend from Canada. Welcome, Darren. Hello there, my friend. And we can see the weather radar is working fine. We have the terrain radar on the other side. Really a well-made aircraft by FlyByWire. That's our arrival into Antalya. Quite a way still before top of descent. So I've done recently a video on Bush Talk Radio. What did you guys think of the tool? I thought it's pretty educational and fun. Sky247, hello there, my friend, and welcome. Demon is asking, Demon Trader, is it? Is it study level? Well, if you're referring to the A320, is it possible to say how far FlyByWire A320 is from the tallest A321 in X-plane? Oh, well, that's a tough one. But I'll say this: I haven't heard, you know, I haven't really heard any comparisons between those from real-world pilots. Personally, though, I prefer flying in X-plane than Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 for a lot of different reasons. Performance-wise, I haven't really done a test to see, you know, how they fare up against each other. But I still prefer X-plane for the most part. Whether I'm flying in Airbus or any other aircraft, I just prefer X-plane. Microsoft Flight Simulator is growing on me with time, but the only probably two aircraft that I like to fly is the Airbus A320, FlyByWire, of course, mod, and the Cessna 152. those are the two aircraft that I enjoyed the most in a Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't like the 747 or the 787. Looks like we have a Facebook follower. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't get those in the stream chat here. I was lucky enough to get right up close to the Sully's A3. Oh, wow. At Charlotte Air Museum. Wow. That is definitely momentous for sure. Thanks for sharing that with us, Paul. Really appreciate it. When can plugins, aircraft utilities, and textures be downloaded from? Is there any site for payware? Yes, there is a site that has all the Microsoft add-ons. What I'll do is I will publish it in the description section of the stream once the stream has ended. Got some clouds there. Just ladies and gentlemen, look at this scene here. Again, a very nice depiction of clouds. The atmospheric depiction in Microsoft Flight Simulator is done quite well in my view. So that's one thing for us not to worry about in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Still can use a little bit more work in my view, but it still looks amazing, especially when there are, you know, storms and when there is heavy rain. Just the effects that you see, the eye candy is mesmerizing. As you can see now, we're heading over to this mountainous area with few scattered clouds. Orlando Aviator, how you doing, Q8? I'm doing very well, my friend. Thanks for asking, and I hope you are the same, and I hope all of you guys are staying safe and well. Jacob, hello there, my friend, and welcome to the stream. Now, if we look at enter destination data, all right, so we're ready to enter the destination data, and to do this, all right, so we are reaching Turkish airspace now. We're, you know, contacting Ankara Center. So let's head over to Sim Toolkit Pro, and we're going to go to the weather information here, and we're going to go to performance, and we're going to go to next and next. Okay. All right, so let's take a look here at the METAR information at Antalya. As you can see, clear weather conditions as we reach 11 Celsius, and QNH is 1019. 1019. I'm going to stick that here. Temperature is 11 Celsius. And wind is 350 at 8 knots, 350, 8 knots. And we're coming into from runway 18 center today. Transition altitude in Ankara, or in Turkey, is 15,000 feet. So we're going to enter 15,000. And that is now set. We need the decision height. So to do this, we are going to head over to Navigraph, and we are going to go to Antalya, and we're going to select the approach. From the approach, we're going to bring up the approach plate for runway 18 center, and that is our runway there. And we can get the decision height here, which is 200. Decision height is set.
Going to 127.85 SWS 1123.
And we are good now.
Ankara Center SWS 113.
Perfect.
Flight level 360.
SWS 1123 Ankara Center. Continue to Baku as planned.
Right, let's take a look at the external view. We're going to dismiss this for a while here. Beautiful. MSFS clearly looks amazing. I use XP mainly to fly the A321, 767, and recently got the Concorde. It is definitely a very difficult aircraft to fly. Yeah, quite a learning curve to fly the Concorde, but both V1 Simulation and Flight Deck to Sim have detailed videos on how to fly those. Orlando Aviator, I'm doing very well, my friend. Thank you very much. Greetings from Fresno. Oh, Fresno. Hey, Patrick. How are you doing, my friend? Loved the KFAT camera in the last video. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, Fresno is a very dear place to my heart. I still have friends I talk to in Fresno. I was there in 2017. I was on an official business with the bank, and yeah, I visited Fresno and visited all my friends. It was a really very pleasant time. Things have changed considerably since the last time I was there, but I was very happy to see that Fat Jack is still there. So I don't know, Patrick, if you've been to Fat Jack. If you haven't, you're missing out on the very best burgers in probably the entire San Joaquin Valley. I did go to Fat Jack and I ordered my Fat Jack combo, and let me tell you, 20 years after the last time I tried it, and it still tasted exactly the same. So there was a little bit of indulgence there in the best burgers in Fresno, really. Ayad says, greeting from Jordan. Hello there, Ayad. Welcome, my friend, and thank you for your support to the channel. Old Friday Boy, hey Q8, how far has the plane gone in development so far? How far has the plane? I'm not sure. If you're referring to this plane, I have no clue. This is an ongoing project by the FlyByWire guys, so I'm not really sure, you know, what they're planning. But it's gone to a state where I think it is quite enjoyable to fly. All right, so we are now to descend to flight level 280. So that's the beginning of the top of descent, and there we go, folks. We have begun our descent into our destination to Antalya. And we've been cleared to 280. Sadly closed this year, but great burger. Oh no, that's really bad. Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that. This A310 will remain an ongoing project like the Zebo mod in X-Plane. Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, that would be my thinking as well. We're facing a little bit of turbulence, so I'm going to go ahead and turn on the seatbelt sign. Yeah, just a little bit of turbulence here as we descend into our destination. Now, the speeds aren't exactly accurate at this point, so I do prefer to go to managed speed, to unmanaged speed, beg your pardon, as we approach the destination. And then I will switch back to managed speed on final. Just easier to control the speed that way. Otherwise, you know, it starts the approach phase quite early, and the plane then descends, and you need to lower the flaps and landing gear way before, you know, before the final approach. Alrighty. There we go. All right, so folks, here's the link in the chat for the SimWings website. Please do show your support. You know, if you're feeling generous, I mean, it's a good cause that the SimWings community stands for, and it's a non-profit organization that helps flight simmers out there. And if you are, of course, looking to get a PC, then why don't you go ahead and submit your application? Right, we continue our descent to 280, and we are just leveling off now and awaiting further instructions from ATC. I think I just lost my mobile phone, so just give me a second, guys. I'm gonna just charge it, put the charger there. I'm the worst guy when it comes to charging the devices. I always run out of battery on all devices, on all my tabs, phones, everything. So that's me. All right, so it looks like we've been further cleared to 22,000.
Descend and maintain flight level 220 SW.
And 22,000 it is. Continue our descent. Mohammed Amin just donated $10. Mohammed, thank you very much for your donation. Really appreciate your support to the channel. That's very kind of you. The descent rate seems to be a little too fast, but it could be just me. But let's just take a look here. Yeah, that is definitely not very comfortable for our passengers. Alright, let's switch to external view. Look at that, folks. What a beautiful scene. Look at that. KR1ST0, why aren't you using VATSIM? Normally I don't do VATSIM while I'm streaming, but I do have a lot of recorded videos on VATSIM. The reason being is just the workload is too high. I know that many stream while they do VATSIM. I'm just not really used to doing that much of work. And it really requires a lot of concentration. So, but I'll probably at some point I will do it, and I'm planning something with a fellow YouTuber who happens to be a famous YouTuber, and we've decided that we're going to collaborate in the very near future. I will not disclose who that YouTuber is now, but at some point we will, and the very let's say that you guys will know very soon. And yeah, we'll probably do some shared cockpit flights and what have you. And at some point, I will be also flying with V1. Hopefully, when he gets a better connection, a better internet connection, then we'll start doing some flights together. So so yeah, lots to come in the coming days. Any idea why throttle stops working on other aircraft as using 787? I have no clue. Only Asobo and Microsoft probably can answer that. Do you think having 128 GB memory makes any difference? No, not for the sim. So two things I will tell you. We need to check on the ATC, descend and maintain 10,000. So my specs, let me tell you first that I use this PC for 3D rendering. So I have, personal interest in creating 3D scenes and rendering, and it works perfect on a larger display. So I do have an 8K display, which is really cool, and it's definitely worth it if you have something that requires that much compute power. But if you're just doing flight sim, 3060 would be fine, and you'll be just fine with probably no more than 32 GB RAM. That should be sufficient. You don't need 64, you don't need 128 for sure. So we are descending now to 10,000. Yeah, 32 to 64 in flight sim is definitely the maximum that you will need. Hey Q8, awesome to see MFS. I have the game too, even the deluxe collection. However, my PC is not capable. I will have to start saving money for a better PC to play the sim, or you could head over to SimWings and apply, and perhaps you will qualify and win a brand new PC. Right, we continue our descent to 10,000. Looks like we did get carried away at some point, and I forgot to bring back the ATC window. For some reason, I can't hear ATC. And yeah, the volume is on max. But for some reason, I can't hear ATC very well. All's looking good, and we continue our descent. 16,000, about 1,400 for transition altitude. Some scattered clouds in the vicinity. Beautiful day here at Antalya. We've got about 5 knots at 350 degrees as we approach runway 18 center, which should be perfectly fine. Help us probably butter the landing, hopefully. Right, we can turn off the seatbelt sign. We turned it on for the turbulence. All right, standard. All right, so let's go ahead and set barrel reference to 1019er. We're looking good in terms of our altitude, and we are now pretty close to Antalya. Is it turned down in settings? I don't think so. We can check, but I don't really think so. Let's see here. Sounds. No, all the sounds at 100%. Now it's got to do with a mod that I got for the 152 which allows you to control the radios and do some stuff. So I'm not sure why, you know, it's not doing what it's supposed to do. But anyway, that's all right. Right. It looks like we are close now to 10,000 feet, and we should start decelerating momentarily.
FWS 1123, contact Antalya.
Hi from the Bahamas. Ellie, hello there, my friend, and welcome to the stream. I believe this is the first time we have someone from the Bahamas.
Going to 123.
Very glad to have you.
SWS 112. Antalya approach SWS 112.
Speaker ISS off, Captain. No, I can still hear them, but I can't hear. So which speaker is off? Let's see.
SWS 1123, Antalya approach continuous planned. Altimeter 30.09er.
Everything's fine there. Right, 10,000 feet mark. And we're going to turn on the landing lights. And we are going to take the speed down to 227. And as you can see now, we are decelerating to 250 knots, which is the allowed speed below 10,000 feet. That's the 250 mark, and we're just going to go to 220 and maintain 220. All right, let's turn on the landing system. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. And we are looking good.
1123, contact Alpha Center on 127.85.
Hello from Brazil. Hello there, my friend. And welcome, David. David Locus. Hello there. Glenn, hello there, my friend.
Anchor center SWS 1123, 10,000 feet.
Altimeter is set, my friend. 1019er. So this is in millibars. So the altimeter. All right. So 4,000 feet, 220 knots. 4,000. There we go, and we are now descending to 4,000 feet, and we are going to reduce our speed as well to 217. I'm not sure why you can't, you know, increase the speed incrementally by 1, so it's always like 10. I'm not sure why.
123.0 for SWS 1.
Loudspeaker knob left of PFD. Let's see. Doesn't work. Yeah, this one doesn't work.
SWS 1123, Antalya approach continuous planned. Altimeter 30.09er.
Wow, just look at the sun here, the reflection. It's beautiful. All right, let's take a look here at our flight plan. Everything looks good there. We'll take a note of our VAB 124. Just look at that. Beautiful. That's Antalya. By the way, we're using the Just Sim scenery for Antalya. Really, let's see. If you... Well, I used the mouse wheel, so... You know, still kind of funny. Ah, there we go. Okay. So you can click that way. All right. Well, thanks for the tip. All right, we're going to set the auto brake to medium. Let's arm the speed brake. And we are almost there now. Just look at that beautiful scene. All right, at this point, let's see here. We're not too far now. 3, 10, another 10. Should be all right. Wow, that looks great. All right, and at this point, we're going to hit the approach button. And we're going to turn on the runway turn-off lights. Nose light to take off. Wing lights are on.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Expect ILS Romeo runway 36 right approach by Romeo
I
Alpha.
think the aircraft is doing some funny things now. I'm not sure why it's doing this. Let's switch back to very, very funny. Yeah, so you expect this, right, 3,000. I'm not sure why it starts doing this funny stuff. We're going to go to manage speed as well. And we're descending to 3,000 feet. Right, so descend, maintain 3,000, and descend and maintain 2,500 now. All right, 2,500. That's the airport. We're a bit too high, I think. So I'm going to extend the speed brake, and we will arm it later on. But we definitely need to reduce our speed. Not sure what to make of this. Let's take a look here. Looks like we're going to make like a turn or something here for the runway.
SWS 123 Antalya Tower. Cleared ILS Romeo runway 36 right approach.
Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. Heading select.
SWS 123 cleared to land runway 36 right.
FPS is suffering it a little bit. All right. We're going to maintain the current speed. Took us back to 250. That's strange. I think this is the runway, so we're going to go all the way there. Just look at that, man. Look at Antalya. Beautiful. Why is it giving us runway 36? Very strange. Well, I want to enjoy the scenery, and then, yeah, so runway 18 center is this runway here. Just look at that. Man, look at that view. All right, let's take a look here. All right, we are going to go back to manage speed, and we're going to go down to 180. And then we're going to make a turn and head back over to the airport. We bring up the map. See, this is the airport behind us now. Let me see here. Flight plan. Arrival. Very strange. Insert. There we go. All right, let's see here. We made a big mess out of this, but let's go to flaps 1. .160 knots. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Flaps 2. All right. So I'm not sure what this aircraft is doing right now, but it's doing a lot of very funny things. All right, let's go ahead and lower the landing gear. Here's what I'm going to do, folks. I am going to put the flaps down, and we are going to disengage the autopilot and my aircraft. That's runway 18 center. All right, let's see. Signs should be turned on. Which they are now. And the lights are on. Cabin crew notified. Spoilers, we need to arm the spoilers. Spoilers are armed, and we are good. All right, we recovered. Some funny stuff was going on. But nonetheless, I'm not sure why we hear this altitude. Oh well, we're gonna have to live with it. Oh, you know what? We forgot to replay start. Where is it? Recording active. All right. There we go. So we can see a replay of, you know what should be an okay landing in my view. 500 feet. There's no ILS, needle, glide slope, nothing. 2 whites, 2 reds, still looking good. So totally visual approach there. 200 feet. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5. Touchdown.
SWS 1123.
Reverse.
On 121.7.
121.7 for SWS 1123.
80 knots. And manual braking. And ladies and gentlemen, considering the circumstances, I think we made a nice landing here at Antalya. What do you guys think? We'll get the landing rate just in a minute. And I just want to make sure that we are at the gate before we attempt to look at the replay. All right, let's go ahead and start the APU. And landing lights off. Nose light to taxi. And wing light off. And the FPS is now suffering for sure. I'm not sure where I'm going, but you know what? We'll just put the aircraft and park it here. Yeah, I'm very unfamiliar with Antalya. We'll take a look at the scenery here once we do a replay, but that should be a good spot to just park the aircraft. All right. So we can do a replay now. Let's go and hit on replay. There we go. Look at that.
400.
Woo!
300.
Man, look at that view. Isn't that something?
200.
Beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Woo, very nice. Look at that wing flex. That looks really, really good. Here, let's rewind again. On pause. That will give us a closer look at
300.
Gotta love that SimWings livery.
200.
So the nice thing about this, if we can go here, right there, and now we can actually start moving the
100.
camera. Let's see.
50. 40. 30. 20.
Yeah, there we go.
10. 5.
We'll rewind it again and do some cinematics or something. Right, let's rewind on pause. And what you can do is we can... Ooh, that's 100%. Right, 18%.
400.
There. Look at that.
300. 220.
Oops. All right. Let's see if we can bring it back again. Where is it? There. Come on. Now it doesn't want to. All right. We have a trick. Let's see if it works. Yeah, there we go. All right, there we go. Replay start. There we go. So the landing was -141, or actually the 141 was the final. I don't think this is a replay, by the way.
500.
Yeah, that's definitely not the replay. So we lost the replay. This is the plane now doing its thing again. So
400.
yeah. Yeah, I'm not very good with using this replay thing, but you guys were able to see.
50. 40. 30.
Well, here's another landing for you guys.
Antalya Tower SWS 112 is 1 miles north. Within
Still
the
not
Antalya.
bad. Well, yeah, I'm still not very familiar with this replay playground, whatever. Not very familiar with it. But yeah, you know, you were able to see the first part. Hopefully, I'll get proficient in the next stream and show you some more angles and things like that. So, folks, this is really what I wanted to share with you in this video, and I hope that you've enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed streaming it for you. And until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Please do not forget to visit the SimWings Support website and either put in your donation or apply, and you could be given a brand new PC for your flight sim hobby. Take care, folks, and good night from Kuwait.
SWS 1123, you were not